This project is going to be installing a Sprint booster on this 2008 Mini Cooper S. The Sprint booster modifies the signal to the throttle plate, which gives you a faster throttle response and better performance. It's an easy project, takes less than 10 minutes to do yourself. You'll see the installation procedure and the performance. To better understand how the Sprint booster works, it's important that you understand how the vehicle itself works. All vehicles up to about 2001 were basically a cable-operated acceleration system, and the pedal basically had a cable or linkage assembly that went over to the throttle body, and when you depressed the pedal assembly, it pulled on the cable and opened the throttle plate. The way the new vehicles operate is it's an electronic pedal assembly which has a rheostat built inside of it, and then the factory wire harness plugs into it. It goes to your ECU, the ECU conditions that information and then sends it over to an electronic solenoid that operates your throttle plate at that point. The advantages to that is they can operate the cruise control, the traction control can all operate through this system via the control unit. The disadvantages are the control unit actually controls the speed that the throttle plate would open. When you depress the accelerator on an electronic control system, the speed that you accelerate is not proportionate to the speed this throttle plate opened. That's the throttle position angle. Some vehicles even have a system where you don't open the throttle to the full wide open position until the vehicle reaches approximately 20 miles an hour. This means that if you depress the gas to the floor, if the car is only at about 10 miles an hour or so, it does not open the throttle plate all the way. What the Sprint booster does is it conditions the signal that comes from the pedal and amplifies it. So you get full throttle even at zero speed or at slow speed, and it makes the throttle response much crisper, much faster. It's more instantaneous. When you depress the gas on the floor, you're getting a full open of the actual throttle plate. And that's how the Sprint booster works. Installing the Sprint booster on your Mini Cooper is about the easiest and simplest performance upgrade you'll ever do on your car. What you're going to need to do is remove the pedal assembly to install the Sprint booster unit. And to do that, you're going to take a small sharp object and remove this little protective hidden plug here right at the base of the pedal assembly. Once you're there, you're going to take a 5mm Allen wrench and you'll remove the 6mm bolt that's located right in that opening. Once you've got the bolt out, what you're going to do is lift the pedal straight up. It's still located underneath at the floorboard, and once it moves up about an inch to an inch and a half, it'll dislocate itself from the vehicle. There's enough wire on the drive-by-wire system to allow you to roll the pedal assembly over. You'll notice that there's a plug connector right here, and that plug connector will have the factory wire attached to it. What you're going to do is you're going to disconnect the factory wire, and then what you're going to do is plug the factory wire directly into the backside of the Sprint booster. Then what you're going to do is to take the Sprint booster wire and plug it directly into the pedal assembly. You'll then roll the unit over again, make sure your wire is tucked out of the way, reinstall your bolt and your plastic plug, and you're ready to go.